This is Heart Rhythm TV. I'm Juan Carlos Zerpa. We just had the African American Summit at the FHRS 2024 meeting. And I'm joined by Dr. Mervat Aboulmaaty and Dr. Felix Sogade from the African Heart Rhythm Association. The President and the President-Elect. How are you?
Thank you very much.
Fine,
welcome to Global EP.
Thank you. Welcome again. Thank you for the invitation.
Dr. Mervat, tell me what was the best part, the highlights of the African American Summit?
Okay, the highlight of the African American Summit is the reality of the situation of the service of pacing and electrophysiology in almost all African countries, with the good things and the bad things. So that was really an opening to reality. And all presenters were very honest to give us data, and some made surveys. And here we are. We will start from there.
Knowing our problems, identifying what we need to change, help us move around.
Yes.
AFHRA, it begins in 2020.
Yes.
How have these changed and evolved from now?
What has happened, we got together in Nairobi, Kenya in January 2020 for our first meeting. And that was when AFHRA was birthed. Since then, we have grown our membership. We have had some internal reorganization. But one of the most important things we have achieved as AFHRA is that we have been able to start a lot of online education for our members. Some of our courses online have had over 1,000 people attending from virtually every country in Africa. We've been able to develop a good community of very friendly colleagues. We've been able to build strong relationships from north to south, east to west, throughout the entire continent. We've been able to come together to work in addressing the problem of delivering advanced arrhythmia services on the African continent. And like my friend, Professor Mervat likes to say, the dream is that in Africa, every country will have an electrophysiology lab and be able to perform services in their own local environments. That's our dream.
It will happen.
It will happen.
It's a huge challenge. It's a huge continent. But you're going to make it.
Yes.
Tell me some about the Fellowship of Cardiac Electrophysiology in Pediatrician.
Okay. The Fellowship of Cardiac Electrophysiology for adults is different in different African countries.
Yes.
Some are established, like in Egypt. We have it for adults and including pediatric subcategory. However, we in Africa, in African Heart Rhythm Association, we decided to start from zero. With David Bradley and Omnia Youssef, we will start this month, the beginning of June. We will start our first course of pediatric electrophysiology, because we have the policy, me and Felix, we made it in the association, that we'll start education online to get people ready. And to at the end of a course of 6 months course, this is the first one of pediatric electrophysiology ever. We will get them ready for an online theoretical exam. Then, during these 6 months, we'll have workshop, and they call it, in Africa, call it camps. We'll have these African camps in different institutes who have volume of pediatric electrophysiology to get people ready to become pediatric electrophysiologists. This is the basic level. And pediatric electrophysiology includes both pacing and electrophysiology. We are very humble in Africa. We are thinking of the conventional EP, conventional ablation, because of the sophisticated equipments, the very high cost. So we decided that in Africa we'll have the highest devices, yes, because it is device per patient. And the highest technology in devices is okay. But for pacing, for ablation and electrophysiology, we will start with the conventional, and then we'll grade up into the 3D.
Complexes. Okay. But the complexes and the atrial fibrillation is a problem that we all have. How is the atrial fibrillation management? Because we can consider the infectious disease as a cause in Africa.
Yes. In Africa, Unfortunately, rheumatic disease still plays a lot of role in the genesis of atrial fibrillation in a lot of the countries. But as you know, Africa is very diverse with over 1.3 billion people. So depending on each geographic region, the causes tend to vary. But overall, throughout the continent, rheumatic disease still plays a role. And in a study that was led by several AFHRA members, a study called Invictus, it demonstrated that in patients who rheumatic disease plays a role in the genesis of the atrial fibrillation, the use of vitamin K antagonist is far superior and beneficial compared to use of novel oral anticoagulants. And that's one of the lessons that came out from that study that was led by many AFHRA members. In addition, in terms of atrial fibrillation, we also have some unique diseases that tend to be forgotten. Yep. The role of endomyocardial fibrosis, the role of tuberculosis on the heart, the role of other infectious etiology that may present as atrial fibrillation or sometimes ventricular arrhythmias or sometimes AV block. So there are still some forgotten diseases, and those are some of the things that we like people to remember as well. And the knowledge base of managing those diseases, it may be residing best among African doctors at this time. And I think it's something that probably the rest of the world would benefit from learning about as well.
Yeah. Any final comments?
I wish that every African fellow who loves ECG comes and learn with us EP and becomes the ambassador of his country with us. We have this education platform every week. Wednesday for allied professional, Thursday for pacing and electrophysiology alternating, and we'll have the pediatric. So please, every fellow who is interested, who loves ECG, come and learn with us to be your ambassador of your country. We wish that FHRS will help us establish these centers. There is money. Africa is very rich: gold, diamond, oil, black, energetic fellows. Yes. So we just need being united. Money is not a problem. We can find it, we can dig for it. And so we have to fulfill our dreams in AFHRA, building a center to treat African patients by African doctors in their land, not to come to anybody.
That's great. You made me want to move to Africa.
You should.
Tell me about,
welcome.
You can all talk about this. You have a meeting at the end of the year. How is it going to be?
Yes, we have a meeting, our Congress, called Cardio Rhythm Congress. Is going to be in Rwanda in October 31st to November 2nd. And we invite everybody to come and visit with us in Africa and to learn with us and interact. Because one of the beauty about coming to HRS this year is that a lot of our members came from Africa to attend HRS in Boston. A lot of our members joined online to attend the meeting virtually. And where everyone is welcome to attend the Cardio Rhythm Congress in Kigali, October 31st to November 2nd. There's a lot of good educational opportunities. And also, like Professor Mervat said, we are very hospitable in Africa. You're also going to have a very enjoyable time. If I may share this is a flyer for our Congress. And we appreciate that everyone can join us.
And we have a surprise. We'll have an outfit there for every attendee from African style.
So great.
Yes.
Congratulations for the work. I
you.
wish all the success to AFHRA and keep up the happiness.
We are
and
always
good vibe,
happy, right, Felix?
to everybody.
Yes.
Dancing, music, costumes. This is Africa.
Got it. Thank you all for watching, and thank you for being with me in Global EP. See you next time.